Moving on to a story that we've been covering for over a year about these ammo purchases that DHS has been making for, they say, target practice, even though most of the bullets are buying are hollow point or sniper rifle or semi-automatic. GAO, which is the Government Accountability Office, now investigating DHS ammo purchases. This is out of U.S. News and World Report. Chuck Young, a spokesman for the GAO, says an investigation of the purchases is now underway. And in response to this, also, some senators in the House have introduced the Ammo Act, introduced Friday, would prevent agencies from buying more ammunition if stockpiles are greater than what they were in previous administrations. And the Associated Press reported in February that DHS wanted to buy more than 1.6 billion rounds of ammo, but DHS officials testified last week that they were only planning on buying 750 million rounds, which is still enough for a long, proactive war against the American people. And this moves into another story. I think we could just say Obama is the best gun salesman of all time. Backlog on gun orders hits 2 million. Sturm Ruger shipments surpassed 500,000 for the first time in history. While questions continue to swirl about DHS's huge ammo buying spree, Americans are finding it increasingly difficult to obtain firearms, with backlogs surging despite Sturm and Ruger gun shipments surpassing 500,000 for the first time in history. There's also a 2 million backlog on gun owners, a 100% increase from a year ago and a 40% increase from the previous first quarter. And you can see all the graphs there that they're going up. Now, another issue that we've been reporting on that has crept back up, this is just happening in Texas, but rest assured it's going to be coming to a state near you, is this Animal ID Act, where they want every animal on every farm and every household to have a chip in place. And you're going to have to pay for these chips, and if you don't, you're going to be fined. Our new reporter, Gigi Urnetta, covers this story and ties it into also what they want to do to our children in public schools. They want to chip them as well. So this is her first report here with InfoWars Nightly News, and I just say welcome to Gigi Urnetta. Here's that report.
I'm Gigi Urnetta with an InfoWars News Bulletin. Last week, the Texas House of Representatives passed a new bill, the Animal ID Bill, HB 2311. Which puts the government one step closer to requiring RFID on every animal in the state. Farmers in other states are already calling it the mark of the beast. The Texas state requirement will be more rigid than federal requirements, and it opens a doorway for adoption of future federal requirements, which could include every animal. Small farmers are already saddled with heavy regulations and fees written by large agribusiness. And this is just another pointless regulation to drive them out of business, killing competition. As with most laws, this has nothing to do with safety as claimed. Putting a completely new spin on overreaching boundaries, not only are they trying to RFID cattle, but they want to RFID our children. Yes, they're trying to do that through the form of badges that have RFID on them. They claim that it's for safety. Attendance is how public schools get funding. So, of course, they want to RFID chip the children. But this is also training students to never expect privacy and be good citizens of the prison planet. What's the difference between RFID tags around the neck and ankle monitoring bracelets used by probation officers? Heather Fazio, Executive Director of Texans for Accountable Government, claims that these transponders could also be used by pedophiles to track children.
However, anyone else with an RFID reader that you can buy online for $500 and a little bit of hacker skills to determine the protocol can track these students anywhere they go up to 140 feet. Now, that combined with the information that is made public through the directory information with the school, these predators can go directly to these children's houses with a radiation of 140 feet. They can get the identification number and they can track the student whether they're at the mall, at the library, or at home.
Some students in San Antonio have already started revolting against the new RFID requirement. The government solution was to expel students that wouldn't assimilate to their ways. So the gears of the New World Order are turning. Who's watching your children? For more information on the war on our farmers, check out Farmageddon at InfoWarsStore.com. Do that today. I'm Gigi Urnetta, and that was your InfoWars News Bulletin.
Thank you very much, Gigi Urnetta. As one of our newest reporters, we have another editor, cameraman starting next week, and we are continuing to grow thanks to your support and thanks to your subscriptions at prisonplanet.tv. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please consider getting a subscription to prisonplanet.tv. It funds our operation. It helps us bring the news to you without that mainstream media influence.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.